Life in Austria, Day 1. Welcome to my channel again, and welcome to Austria. As I have mentioned in the following videos, you will get a quasi babysitting instruction about how to start your life in Austria, and today is the first episode. And now, after a long procedure, all these difficulties in finding an apartment, or if you are not from the EU, that you might have to apply for visa and so on, which is usually quite complicated and it takes a lot of time. And finally, you come to this stage where you can start your life. Maybe you come here for study, maybe you come here for work. However, the instruction here I'm presenting will just be about how to start a general life. So no matter you are coming here for study or for work or joining your family, okay, maybe joining your family is a little bit different because you have your local guide and local instruction, I hope. So you have just arrived the airport. How do you go to the city you are supposed to leave? Of course, if you're going to live in Vienna, that will be way much easier. And if you are going to live in other cities, there is no problem as well. Just get out of the airport. At the exit, you will find the ÖBB, so OEBB, which is the Austrian Railway station, as well as a instruction point. And there you can also buy your tickets. If it's normal working hour, there will be staff sitting there. If not, there's a machine standing outside as well. And if you are living in Vienna, there are more options, of course. You can take the taxi, the airport shuttle bus, and of course the train to the city center. And this cat train is actually called City Airport Train. A single ticket costs 11 euros, which is a little bit more expensive in comparison to 10 years ago. To Mitte, which is the city center, and there you can transfer to the subway U3 or U4. Attention, if you decided to take the cat, the tickets is only exclusively valid for this train. That means there is no flexibility. If you have missed your train, you have missed it, you have to buy a new one, and you cannot use these tickets for subway or Schnellbahn or other inner city transportation. Or if you're like you, don't want to pay so much money, so you can conveniently choose the normal train option, which costs one way just €4.20. It's way more affordable and also very convenient in my opinion. It would take you less than 20 minutes to get to the main station where you can transfer to another train to another city or to the subway or tram or other buses. And another little tips is the train ticket you have bought from OEBB is also valid for one trip of the inner city transportation. If you are more used to riding with Uber, I think that's the only city in Vienna which is possible. And finally, you have arrived at the place you live. So if it's a student dorm, of course, there are nothing much to say about it. Personally speaking, I've never ever lived in a student dorm. Or if you're like me, lived in a shared apartment or living alone, here are the things you should pay attention to. You should meet your landlord to take your key to the apartment. Make sure if everything is inside. I mean, there is a big chance that the apartments are not furnished. So pay attention, ask in detail what kind of furnitures are included. And when you arrive the apartment, really take your time, slowly go through every room, every part, check every electronic appliance. go through every corners if there's mold or spider web anywhere. Open every window. Windows are very, very important because Austria is so cold. So if the window is not like double layers, or if there is little gaps at the windows which is not sealed, could cause huge problem in winter, and also will raise the cost of the heating as well. If there are some problems like a little scratch or a little mole behind the heater or the oven or something, take picture of it, note it down, and inform the landlord about it in case there will some kind of disputes happen in the future. Oh yeah, at the train stations, you could find the possibility to buy different public transportation tickets. Means, for example, in Vienna, you can choose from daily tickets, weekly tickets, monthly tickets, and yearly tickets. If you have just arrived in the city, I would suggest that you can start with the weekly tickets because during the first week, you usually will need it a lot by going through the city, getting used to or getting familiar with the neighborhood you live in or the place you're going to study at, as well as your company and so on. And also, you can have a better overview in how often or how necessary for you to purchase a monthly or yearly tickets. Usually, the yearly ticket is the cheapest if you calculate it by the average rate. However, if you have your own bike, which will make your life very, very convenient and flexible in cities like in Vienna, or you decided to buy your own car. Otherwise, buying a yearly ticket is actually not such a bad option. If you really decided to take the yearly tickets, then you need to apply through the websites or go to the offices of the transportation provider to submit your personal information, and they will prepare the card, the tickets, which is a card with your personal information, your picture, which means other people cannot use this ticket as well. Usually, as far as I remember, they will send this card or tickets for you by post. And by contrast, the hourly, daily, weekly, even monthly tickets, there is no personal information included. That means there would be the chance if you have lost your ticket and other people can use it as well. So this time we have talked about how do you get to your apartment from the airport and what is the most important things need to be done after arriving your shared apartment or your own apartment. Then the next video to get started your normal life by getting your local SIM card and your internet. See you next time. Bye bye.